Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Are we recording now?
Sí, sí, muy bien.
Um, just before you hit record, one of my cats let out a huge fart
I
while
didn't know
taking a
cats.
dump.
Oh, gross. Is it like diarrhea?
I don't know, but it was a huge fart. It was impressive, and it made me giggle.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, that's cool. You got that going for you, which is nice.
cat farts. That's all I got.
That's been about my week, is cat farts.
My
Yeah,
whole, yeah, my whole last 2 weeks have been like diarrhea cat farts.
that's disgusting. But I get it, and I would
Yeah,
agree with you, because, yeah, you've had kind of a shitty week.
I had a couple of them. I we did record last week, but I
Yeah.
was sick, and so I had not worked all week. Partly because I didn't feel good, and partly because I didn't want to. Because I didn't feel good, and then and then I had to drive 6 hours to go to a wedding that I
Ugh,
was in.
gross. Weddings suck.
I don't like them. I don't care how much I love the person who's getting married. I don't like the wedding. It's too much.
Nah, they're terrible. They're a waste of money, and I am convinced that marriage, the whole wedding thing, is really just a big show of look at us. We're signing a financial contract for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, like I don't. I mean, like no one was at my wedding because it happened in my living room. And the most expensive thing we paid for, I think, was his ring.
Huh. A
um,
lot of good that
which
did you.
was, yeah, well, it's a good thing we didn't spend a lot. It was less than
Yeah.
200.
Fuck
So
that
they,
guy. You
yeah,
should have got one out of the fucking the the kitty machines. You put a couple quarters in there. That's about what his ring should have been worth.
yeah, or
Bastard.
like one of those gross carny booths,
Yeah.
with like the ring that turns your finger green, and
Yeah.
like he tries to sell you a bag with marijuana leaves on it.
Exactly. And probably the night before he was using that ring as a cock ring for his carny girlfriend, his rat carny girlfriend.
I feel like it's more of a carny orgy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like it's not just one on one with that group.
Yeah. Nothing against carnies. I mean, if you like it,
No.
you know, I support you 100%, right? God loves you too. But you just don't have the best of societal views on your profession. You know what I mean?
Your reputation in the grand scheme of professionalism is not real high.
Yeah, and really my only experience with carnies, not that I have one at all, is really just what I've seen in Hollywood and then what I've witnessed while I'm standing in line and they're trying to nickel and dime me to death on these fucking tickets. Remember when they used to do the paper tickets? Now I don't
I
think you could do
remember.
that anymore. But they
I think it
nickel and
depends on who you see.
yeah, they nickel and dime me on those fucking tickets. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, those rides aren't worth the money. Look at the maintenance on them. They're obviously not putting the money back into the machine themselves, right? They
You mean the fact that 47% of the lights are even working on it means that they're
correct.
not reinvesting the money?
Yeah, exactly. And I never understood the ticketing price tag too, because you could have a really shitty ride that would be like 5 tickets. And then the ride that everybody wants to be on is only like 3 tickets. But of course, there's a line out the parking lot for the good ride, but it's less tickets than the I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Of
It
course,
makes zero sense.
yeah.
And there's nothing more of a ripoff than Carnival Games
Oh my
because
god.
you're looking
Yeah.
at the prizes and you're like, that doesn't look terrible. And then you get it, and it's literally like stuffed with 1910
Asbestos. That's
bedding. And it's
yeah. Yeah. That's how we solved the asbestos problem. How do we get rid of it? We put it in the carny toys. This one time, Mitchell won a prize, and he won one of those blow up alien things, just one of
Mm-hmm.
those really
Mm-hmm.
cheap, of course, some
And it's
dirty.
probably holding like a baseball bat or something stupid.
Yeah, something stupid like that, right? That fucking thing was popped before we got to the car, but I've spent probably $37 to get it.
I remember the good old days. I remember even as a kid, I was like, this carny stuff sucks. But I don't know about you, but I felt like the best prize you possibly could get was the psychologically damaged goldfish that had ping pong balls checked at them all night long.
Yeah, right? Like, how fucking freaked out would you be if you were a goldfish and you're swimming around in this glass jar and you can see other goldfish, but you can't get to them, right? You can see them swimming around. And then it's like D-Day, right? Just fucking ping pong after ping pong. Heaven forbid you hit one of them. And then if you do hit one of them, you're lucky. You get to take that one home, but it's so traumatized from riding in the carny vehicle all day in the sweltering heat, because it's always 1,000 degrees anytime you're at a carnival. And
It's
then,
either 1,000 degrees or raining, and you're like huddled underneath a carny thing, and so like you feel like you have to spend money there.
yeah, because if you're standing there, then they're like, you got to play the game. And yeah, those poor goldfish. Yeah, rest in peace. We've brought home many a traumatized goldfish, and they've all died within a week.
Yeah, they're not meant for that. But I'll tell you what, a goldfish, just going to the store and purchasing a goldfish will run you like 4, 5, $6. So I feel like that's
Jesus.
really not joking. I feel like that's really like the best deal for your money when you get there.
Wow, I had no idea. Why are they so fucking expensive? They're like
Well,
the
it
rats
depends
of
on
the
what you
fish.
want.
They're the
They are.
rats
It
of the
depends on
fish.
what you want. If they're like the feeder goldfish, I don't think they're that much money. I think they're more like $1 or $2. But
Still.
if you want anything that's called fancy, you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, like a blooming unicorn goldfish or something like that.
Something, yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's something like that. It might
Yeah.
be a narwhal, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, side note real quick, I apologize for the background noise. My wife is packaging up uh, bachelorette party. Speaking of weddings, bachelorette party gifts for the wedding crew. It's going to be a real big, angry, aggressive lesbian dyke session up in the Sun River resort. Ever, I guess they're not going there. Anyways, I don't know where they're going, but yeah, the big, angry, aggressive lesbians are going to be there, and I really don't know what the plan is, other than I see a lot of penis uh, um, uh, shaped items, everything from straws to soaps to gummy bears to you name it. It's in the shape of male genitalia, and which I guess I am surprised at because I didn't know lesbians were into that. So, um, anyways, that's what she's doing. So my wife is packaging up all that garbage right now, stuff that should have been thrown away on trash day yesterday.
See, this is the thing. Um, Number one, I have never been to a bachelorette party ever. I also
Well, I
don't
will.
see.
Yeah, I will
Go
tell
ahead.
you, based by the packaging, though, I would not recommend a bachelorette party. It looks terrible. Anyways, go ahead.
It sounds terrible. Like,
Yeah.
what part of my life feels like I want to hang out with a big bunch of lesbian dykes playing with penis toys for hours while drunk? Like,
Hours.
hours. Like, this
Yeah.
isn't like, let's get together and like have a drink at the martini bar. This is, we're going to go somewhere and trap each other in some location where we can't escape
Yeah, exactly.
and be loud and obnoxious and horrible and bitchy. I don't get it. I don't
You
get it.
know, I just equate it to the Native Americans had it right. Um, when menstruation started for the squaws, they had a red tent, and all the women that were having menstruation cycles were required to sit in the red tent. So I equate bachelorette parties to the red tent,
The red
where
tent. Okay.
yeah, they're all the squaws are menstruating, and so they need to spend a weekend drinking and yelling at each other and laughing at these little penis toys that they bought for each other.
But think about all that money, because we've already talked about how expensive weddings are. This isn't even the wedding, and it's
This
money,
isn't even the wedding. It's not
and
even
it's
the
money.
wedding.
It's not even the wedding. I don't get it. Like, I don't want to take any. So this is the thing. Like, if somebody wants to spend their money and throw that shit at me, cool. But I'm gonna throw it away. Like, it's not gonna be funny after like 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I,
Like
I
I
don't. I
said,
don't get. I don't get it. I don't get it.
yeah, it's all going to end up in the trash anyways, where it should have been in the first place. But I keep saying this stuff, and it's making her angry. She just threw a dirty sock at me. Ugh. 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 Smells like foot fungus. Now the cat's playing with it. But any hooser. That's it.
Yeah. So I want to
Fuck.
apologize to our listener Jose.
Oh, yeah.
For
Jose
for
made
being
a
a couple.
comment.
Oh, did he?
Well, no. I mean, we haven't gotten any comments, but I know we have our listener, Jose. Anyways, what were you saying about Jose?
I want to apologize to Jose for being a couple days late on this podcast.
Yeah, well, so there's reason for that, right?
There's
And
reason.
I mean, one reason that comes to mind right off the top of my head is you totaled your vehicle thanks to a random deer standing in the highway at the middle of the night. So maybe that could be part of it. The other part of it is we don't get paid to do this. This is just some stupid bullshit that we do because we have no life outside of work and children. And so, yeah, I apologize to Jose, our listener, for being late on the podcast, but I promise you gold this episode, just like every other episode has been. Absolute gold.
I also want to commend him for his performance as president of the Tracey fan club.
Yes, and I appreciate that. I'm getting the letters already, so Jose, I'll just forward those to you. I'll make it official right now. You are the official Tracey of the Stephanie and Tracey podcast fan club president. And so when like people like Teen Magazine and stuff like that call me for photographs, they're gonna have to talk to Jose because I don't have time to deal with all that. I mean, look at how busy I'm on this podcast. I can't deal with all this shit on my own.
And please don't think that because I have AirPods in my ears this time that we're rolling in the dough based on this podcast.
Yeah.
My AirPods, I left them in my parents' car in the seat back, and then because they gave me a ride somewhere. Because I'm 30 fucking 9 and I needed a ride from my parents and I forgot my AirPods in their car. And they've been gone until recently. And so that was the one highlight of my weekend, is that I did get my AirPods back.
Yeah. Yeah. But every, speaking of high-end class equipment, every single thing that we have purchased for this stupid podcast that Jose listens to, this is really all for you, Jose. I've spent hundreds of dollars just on this shit so you can have a good listening experience completely out of my pocket. We have no sponsors. I'm looking for sponsors right now. So if anybody knows anybody that would love to sponsor this podcast, I'm all ears. I'm all ears.
I'm pretty sure Jose brings up tamales from his family in California.
Like
and
the
also,
drug?
What?
Molly? Like the drug?
Tamales.
Oh, tamales. Oh, I only heard mollies. I'm like,
oh,
cool. I don't know if we want to. I mean, it is Oregon, but I don't know.
Well, and it came from California, so I can't make any promises. But tamales and baked goods and stuff. So any of that you want to help sustain this podcast, we'll take it.
From Jose, yeah, enchiladas, tacos, burritos, tortas. That's about the extent of my Spanish. But I got a bone to pick with Jose. He questioned our branding of certain vacuums on the last episode.
He multiple questioned the Sanyo.
Yeah, and hello, Sanyo, isn't that like Mexican, Jose, right? Sanyo. If it was anything else, it wouldn't have an O on the end. So it's Sanyo. Sanyo. You should be intimately familiar with that brand. And yeah, absolutely, there is a Sanyo branded vacuum. In fact, you Googled it, and what was the first thing that came up? That stupid canister
That
vacuum that our mother
God
clogs up every
damn it. Yeah, the one I
month.
found was green instead of the gray that turns yellow over time, even
Yeah,
though it's not exposed to sunlight. Yeah, it was terrible is what I found. And it and Jose made the comment about like why didn't we just use the canister vacuum with the floor attachment? That was his question. There was a
weren't
floor
allowed to do that.
attachment. We
Yeah,
weren't allowed to do that.
we
That
were
was for
not
the
allowed.
upright.
Yeah, yeah. Why would you have an upright vacuum if you're going to use the upright attachment for the canister vacuum?
Yeah.
According to Mother, that didn't make any sense, so we had to use the upright Dirt Devil, which I'm very confident we both have permanent hearing damage from that vacuum. And then we had to use the Sanyo canister for like couches and getting all the cat fur off of everything
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
getting into the corners and crevices of her home.
Yes. Yes. All of the, yeah, it's no one understands the logic, Jose. And so you just did what shut her up.
Yeah. And so our I guess our message to you, Jose, is you need to follow suit, shut the fuck up, and use the sanyo. That's all I'll say about
but
that.
but only for specific uses.
Exactly. Yeah.
If we catch
And
if we catch you using that floor attachment, oh my god.
you're toast. You're toast. You better get
You're,
outside and start picking up
we're
rocks.
we're gonna have to find a new president of the Tracey fan club.
That's right. Yeah. And I've got people waiting around the corner, so don't think I'll fire you, Jose. I don't it pains me to do that, but I will fire you. I don't take any pleasure in firing people. Actually, I do. It's kind of fun sometimes, especially when they're crying in my office.
Has
You
someone
ever
done that recently?
I've had some grown men cry in my office before.
Not at
And
this
not
job.
not at this job. No, not the podcast. No, I haven't had to fire anybody yet. But by God, I'm ready. I have experience. Yeah. You know that
What might a grown man cry about in an office in front of you?
well, I think when you basically put everything out on the line over the last 20 to 25 years of their career, and you're explaining to them that this one single action that they're doing, that they've chose to do at the tail end of their career, is ultimately a career ender, and you run the risk of losing your retirement if you choose to not correct your behavior.
Oh.
Yeah,
So okay, so these are people that are 20 to 25 years into their career. So we're talking about like the 40 to 50-year-old
yeah, absolutely.
demographic
Yep,
mostly.
absolutely.
And you're having to talk to them about how not to get fired.
How not to get fired. And most bosses, okay, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but most bosses would just let you sink, right? Like I on okay. I don't get all mean to get all mushy and sentimental and all that, but I really don't enjoy watching people lose their jobs, and I will try to help you if I can. But when you are stupid enough to keep doing the same action over and over again, you've given me no choice, and I mean, my hands are tied. I got to fire you, like
Yeah,
out the
okay.
door. I it's exhausting. Do I lose sleep over having to discipline people? Yeah, absolutely. It sucks. Managing people, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, you should get a degree, you know, get this good career going for yourself. You get into management." Well, management it just means that you're managing people for
Mm-hmm.
the most part, right? You got your other shit that you got to deal with, but that's your job. That's the stuff that you know. That's the easy stuff. Managing
Right.
people fucking sucks.
Yes.
Because everybody thinks they're the best employee. There's something fucked up in the company that's out to get them. You know, the system is against them. Yada yada yada, whatever. And so then when you approach them with the facts and you lay it all out, you're like, you literally on the verge of getting fired. Like, I have no way to help you. And we were having that discussion, like, you better figure your shit out. So again, message to you, Jose. I don't mean to come across stern like this, but you better figure your shit out. Don't question me on the branding of the vacuums. I know my vacuum brands. I know which ones are good ones and shitty ones. And get it together, Jose. If you want to continue being the president, that's an illustrious title. You should put that on your resume at the very top. If you haven't done so, I know a good person, Carlos. You might know him. He's down at the Home Depot, and he will definitely help you out with your resume. Anyways,
Carlos wasn't the guy that you fired after 20 years, was he?
no. Maybe. I mean, sometimes. But anyways, I took notes for today's episode. It's on a restaurant receipt.
Oh, what restaurant are we looking at there? What flavor of restaurant?
Hey, we'll do a plug and maybe we'll get some of the cheese if you know what I mean. This is the Thai Orchid Cafe on Washburn Way. Thai food here in town, here in Klamath Falls, where we broadcast from. It's actually very good Thai food. Have you had their Thai food?
I have not had the Washburn Way one, but I've had the Main Street one.
Same family, same everything.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. Yeah. And so what did we order here? Oh, well, that's just the credit card receipt. So we don't know. It's usually like a pad thai and something else with some vegetables and spices and whatnot. But Thai Orchid KlamathFalls.com. Again, they're not paying us. I'm just going to throw that out there for free. But if you're
I'm generally hungry between the hours of 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m.
Yes, exactly. So there you go. But anyways, that was in the house, and so I found it, and I found a red pen, and I took notes. And one thing on the notes that I took is I was walking into the dining room the other day, and I was watching my child eat a meal, and he was watching a YouTube video while he was eating, and it was the stupidest video I've ever seen. Okay, so picture this, right? It's just a nose and lips, okay? And all that person is doing, and it's, I'm assuming female, but it's 2022. I never want to assume, but it looked female-ish, and with really bright colored lipstick on and a lot of makeup. And so that you don't see anything other than the nose and the mouth, and you don't hear anything other than them eating the items that they have selected to eat and record and then upload to YouTube. And so I stood there and I'm watching this, and they're literally just eating. And then when they get done chewing that item, they immediately cut to another piece of food, different food, right? And then I look down at the views. It's got 50,000 views. 50,000. And I'm prepared with a demonstration. I have an Oreo cookie, and I'm going to, sorry if you're not watching this, but you're listening, you'll still get the same effect. So I'm going to move. Okay, there we are. So there's my mouth, right? There's my mouth, and this is all it is. Shh, I need silence. This is all it is.
Hold the microphone closer.
What?
Hold the microphone closer.
This is me eating an Oreo, but you can only see my mouth. That's it. That's the whole video for like 30 minutes. That's it.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Now I gotta wash that Oreo down with some Coors Light.
I was gonna say now you're gonna have Oreo in your mouth the rest of the night.
It's a bad mix. I wouldn't recommend that.
Did you talk to your child about what was being viewed?
I told him flat out, because I feel that honesty is key, and I told him flat out that that's the stupidest video I've ever seen.
He's 9? Is that how old he is?
9. And by far,
yeah,
the stupidest video I've ever seen.
So, is that supposed to be like a fetish video?
What are those videos called? ASM or whatever, right?
Where it's like soothing or whatever it is.
It's supposed to, yeah, and like, they'll be like, here's the crinkle of a receipt. And you're just like, I mean, I don't get it. What? That's the thing. 50,000 views. And that's just one video. I'm guessing right? Like a lot of these YouTube, what do they call them? Influencers, which is a terrible word choice. Um, they have multiple videos of the same shit. And so they upload on a weekly, daily, schedule, whatever it is, and it's the same fucking video. But last week we ate candy, so this week we're gonna eat potato chips. You know what I mean? Like, what?
I don't know
That
what you mean. This is so fucking weird that I can't even fathom it.
it's so weird. Okay, so I have been saying this for years, and I think with every video that I watch on YouTube that's like that, and some of the other stupid shit that gets uploaded every single day out on the internet, you've seen the movie Idiocracy, right? With
It
Luke
yeah,
Wilson,
it was a it was
Dax.
a yeah, yeah. It was a movie that was way before its time, and it is proving to be true today.
That's my point. That's exactly my point, right? Like we are inching closer. I wouldn't even say inching. We are getting closer to that movie by leaps and bounds. Like we're sprinting towards that as our reality, right? So Starbucks will eventually become the brand buttfuckers, right? Just like the movie. And so, and like my favorite line in that movie is when Luke Wilson, I forget his character's name, but he's standing in line at the jail, right? And he stops one of the guards, and he's like, I think I'm in the wrong line. I'm supposed to get out of jail today. And then the guy smacks him. And he's like, well, you're in the wrong line, dumbass. You're supposed to be in that line. And he points to the line where people are getting released from prison, right? Like, that is our society. That video, that's instantly what I thought of. I'm like, we are living in idiocracy.
Hmm.
We're living the movie.
That's a. Did he change the video?
No, no, just kept watching it. He sat there and he looks at me and he goes, I like it. Well, okay. I mean, I'm not going to tell you no to something that you like unless it's completely stupid, which in this case it was, but it's harmless. But at the same time, what's the long term damage on his brain from watching something stupid like that?
What would be your parental reaction if, because I'm sure you know this, your child has a YouTube channel, and
Yes, I'm well aware.
there's supposed to be videos on there. I have not seen any of them.
Yeah.
What would be your parental reaction if you found out he took a bunch of food in his room and made one of these?
Well, I'll tell you what, 50,000 views, right? Like, I mean, I don't know what the
So,
mark is for YouTube when you actually start making money on this shit, but I'm like, well, I mean, he's got viewers.
okay, true, and I'm like, well, maybe you should now this my second. I'm veering from that original train of thought where I was going to be like, shut that shit down, but that might be a great platform to plug this podcast.
You're serious? Wait, you're saying YouTube is a good platform for this podcast? You, you're fucking with me, right? I mean, that's really the only reason why I record this shit with the video. So, really, well, okay, so really our viewer on YouTube, okay, so we have one listener, Jose, right, president of the fan club, and then we have one viewer on YouTube, Roberto, Bobby, married to our mother, who strongly advised that our mother not listen to the latest or to episode 3 because we spilled the beans on what it was like to live in mother's house.
That was just the tip of the iceberg.
That was just the tip. Yeah.
We have not even sunk the Titanic on that one yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, my whole point there, you said it. We are man, we're so close to idiocracy, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I learned something very angering this week when I wrecked my Subaru, which was, if you call your insurance and tell them you've been in an accident, they refuse to send a tow truck unless you provide a cross street to where you are. But
Okay.
let's say you're many miles from a street. You're literally out in the middle of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
They will not send a tow truck to you until you make something up that they can find.
That's crazy. Wait, wait,
Yeah,
wait, wait.
they
Okay, so you're on a highway, right?
mm-hmm.
And and your vehicle's disabled,
BFE.
uh, out in BFE, and
Mm-hmm.
so what would your nearest cross street be?
I literally panned the map and found miles away the next closest road. That's what
And
I
what
had to
was
get off. It was it's let's just say the first three words were Forest Service Road.
which, let's be honest, are not roads.
They're not.
No, they're
No.
just roads that people cut in, and then the Forest Service decided to take it over and throw some gravel down.
And then put a gate up on it so nobody can go back there anymore.
Exactly. And then put
Yeah.
a ridiculously long number on it. It says Forest Road number, 4768732R or some stupid shit like that. You're like,
Exactly.
so if you're giving somebody directions like your insurance company,
hmm
that's what you're up
Um,
against.
I would suggest that you just find the stupidest fucking road you possibly can and give it to him, because I still don't think that she actually was able to use that as a cross street, but I gave her one. I gave her what she wanted.
Well, okay, so my thought process. So let's back up, right? So if you're calling your insurance company, like from the accident scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes.
you would, did you get someone right away, or did you have to go through like a phone menu, or what was this all
I
about?
had to go through a fucking menu. I
So
had
you,
to hit I had to I had to sit on the menu, and they had to, and more than once did they tell me that I could do all this through my app on my phone, which made me really fucking mad.
yeah, but time out. You're still in the middle of nowhere, right?
I'm while this is all happening, I'm in the middle of nowhere in the back of an ambulance, because that's the only thing out there is now a volunteer paramedic in a ambulance that I don't know where they got the money from, probably from some rural America grant, because
Right,
the town has 47 people in it.
right. And 47 people aren't gonna support a full-on fire department.
And the fact that they found two people who were sober enough to meet me out in the middle of
Yeah, they
the
weren't at the Bigfoot Tavern.
they were not at the Bigfoot Tavern. That was a miracle in itself. But yeah, no, I had to go through this entire like press 1, press 4.
Mm.
Do you know you can go through our app? Did you know you can file all this stuff on through your app? I don't give two fucks about your fucking app right now. Like, I
No,
just
that
want you to type my information.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely ridiculous. And for the record, fuck them, right? If you're in an accident, these cocksucking insurance companies, right? They make a shitload of money. It's racket, right? Because it's a financial gamble. They're all gambling on the fact that that massive claims aren't going to come rolling in, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not a Hurricane Katrina kind of situation,
Right.
right? And so you're dealing with onesies, twosies, an accident here, accident there. So you roll out some dough and you replace some vehicles. That's what all they're betting on. But my
Mm-hmm.
point is, you bastards, if someone calls from an accident scene saying, I've had to dial 911, I just wrecked my car, I need to get it off the highway, fuck your phone tree menu. Like, why don't you have like a button? Okay, I get it. You have an 800 number, you got to have a phone tree. But shouldn't you have a button that says, if you've been in an accident, press 0 now to immediately speak with one of our representatives? Right?
Yes, you would think that would be a thing, and I'm sure that the I was thinking about this later because it made me. I was so angry that night. Granted, I had a shit pot of adrenaline running through my body,
Sure.
but I was so angry. But but I also had to consider the fact that Gertrude, who backed into a 1992 Saturn in the Dollar Tree parking lot, was also going to call from the scene of an accident.
Correct. Right.
So, I'm
From
sure
her
they have to
jitterbug.
right. from her jitterbug from Consumer Cellular, and and
I
they
saw
have
it
to
on Jeopardy. It's real.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm sure that they have to weed those people out, but I'll tell you what, the amount of when you're actually in a real accident where it's not a fender bender, and you know, like the fact that you didn't plow into a tree or roll your vehicle was a miracle.
Right.
I shouldn't have to sit through all those
No, it's absolutely ridiculous. And your example of Gertrude in the Dollar Tree parking lot, I think it was Dollar Tree you said, guess what she has that you don't?
money.
No, crossroad. She's got a crossroad.
She's got a crossroad.
Yeah. Are you serious? Money? She's at the Dollar Tree. Fuck off. Jesus,
No, that's
she's
why
on a
she
fixed...
has money, because she's at the Dollar Tree.
No, she's on a fixed income. That's where she gets the kids their gifts, their shitty fucking knockoff toys.
And those cards. Oh, the cards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You get those. Because we have such
Yeah.
grandmother who buys them at the Dollar Tree and sends them.
But she could afford the Hallmark cards, but
She could.
I guess you can't be a millionaire spending money, am I right? Oh. Yeah. No, fuck that. Insurance companies
I was
suck
pissed. I was pissed. That lady, I was so mad. I hung up the phone. I don't know her name, but she can right the fuck off. And then I calmed down for half a second and called back and got Alejandro. And yes, and he was far more pleasant to deal with. And maybe it's because I had Forest Service Road 2957 GQ7
Yes. Right.
ready to go. But then so he puts me on hold and comes back on the line, and because now we're like after 9 p.m. on a Sunday, comes back on the line and says, no one wants to come pick up your piece of shit tonight. And I was like, cool, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, go figure.
It's broke down.
Middle of the night.
It's 9:00 on a Sunday. I wouldn't want to come out here if I was a tow truck driver, because I'd probably be waiting for bigger, better accidents that I'd make more money on.
Right.
So anyway, comes on, he says, nobody will come pick up your piece of shit tonight. I was like, dope, I'm gonna get my stuff, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna leave the key in the ignition because it's not going anywhere anyway. Yeah. And I said, so will you send him a truck to get it tomorrow, or do I need to call and remind you? And he goes, it's probably a good idea that you call and remind us. And I said, sick, thanks for admitting that you're not going to do it without my help.
That your company is not competent enough to actually schedule a tow truck for first thing in the morning. That me, the consumer, who's already paid you hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars through my lifetime of being a customer,
right,
has to do basically your job for you.
Right.
So what would you say you do here?
Well, he doesn't dispatch tow trucks. I'll say that right now.
Gotcha.
So I said, all right, I'll call in the morning. And even though I was annoyed that he wasn't doing it all on his own, I was also somewhat thankful that he was honest with me, so I didn't have to sit around waiting for things to happen. So yeah. Flip of the coin on that guy. So the next morning, and I finally decide that I'm willing to speak to anybody outside of my household. I call them up and they can't find my case number.
Oh,
they have no idea where I'm at. They don't know what's going on.
And we're not talking about some like Joe's Insurance Company Incorporated LLC.
This is not the insurance company that comes on in the middle of people's court.
Yeah, this is a nationwide well-known company, right?
Very, very well-known company.
Yeah.
Like should be based on a majority of their clientele, the cream of the crop.
Right.
Should be. So the next morning they can't find my shit. And so they're like, oh, well, you just need a tow truck. We're going to transfer you to dispatch. So they transfer me to dispatch, and dispatch is like, we don't have a record of your accident. We can't do anything about it. And I said, I called last night. And so they transfer me to somebody else, and then I get transferred again. So I went through this transfer thing, and then about the fourth person, the line gets disconnected.
Oh, oh, of
Now I
course.
can't.
But
Now I can't. I can't call back now because I'm gonna have a heart attack.
yeah, but they've asked for your callback number in case you get disconnected, but they're not calling back.
Well, no, they're not. Because now they know. Because you bet your ass that the person who lost me on that phone call knows how fucking angry I am now.
And they don't give a shit. They
No,
work in
because
a
their phone's
call
gonna ring and it's
center.
gonna be somebody else.
Exactly. And then they're going to hang up on that person.
Hmm.
And they're not going to give a shit.
No,
That's what I'm
because you know
saying.
what?
Yeah,
You know what? We're gonna fucking call back because we need our shit to get done.
exactly.
So I call back again, and I this time I am less than pleasant, and but still trying to remain pleasant because of course I'm getting all different people, and none of these people are responsible for the first round of shit that I've just dealt with. So I'm
Well,
trying.
you don't have a
So I'm
case number, so what do you expect?
right. So then I get on. So I get transferred to dispatch again for this tow truck, and they're like, "No, we can't do that because the insurance company hasn't ordered a dispatch yet." And
Okay.
I'm like, "Eh." So I said, "If you transfer me to one more person and it's not the right person, I swear to God, I'm going to burn the building down."
You said that
And
on the phone.
no, I did not, but that's what I
Oh, but
thought.
that's what you should have said.
It's what I should have
Probably,
said.
probably would have got some results.
They probably would have just arrested me. But anyway, they sent me to somebody, and the guy's like, "Oh, they didn't dispatch." And he's like, "So where is your car?" And I said, "Buried 6 inches into the sand on the side of the road." And he goes, "Oh, we haven't picked it up yet." No. And
Negative.
"Oh," he goes, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Yeah, they told me last night nobody would come get it at 9 p.m. And he goes, "Oh, that means we have to start that process over again."
I got to transfer you to Rebecca in claims.
No, thank God that whoever that guy was able to do that part because I would have lost my shit. I would have asked to speak to a manager and cut my hair, and it would have. You doing okay there?
Yeah, there's a lot of ruffling in the background.
Sorry.
Did you shut up?
No.
See the grass? Don't eat it. Sorry. Wait, so was this Alejandro the whole time, or did you get transferred around a
No,
few more times?
no, I did not get Alejandro on day 2. But whoever that was I talked to, I think his name was like Gemini or some shit. I'm not really sure. But anyway, he was able to schedule that tow truck for me. And then I was like, "All right, hit me up with the," and he's like, "Cool, this is where you're gonna get a text message. This is gonna be it." And I was like, "Sick." So I get a text message, and it's like, this is your tow truck company. They're gonna go get your car in the next hour." Cool.
Cool.
So then I get a phone call from another company, not the same one that I just got, but a whole nother company saying, "We're going to get your car." And I was like, "What's the name of your business, bud? Because that's not what I got the text message for." And he goes, "Oh no, we just got this order." And I said, "All right, well, I don't really care at this point. Just make sure you get my car where it's supposed to go."
Yeah,
Right.
I just need somebody to pick up my hunk of shit off the road.
I just
Right,
need
so
somebody to pick up my wafer thin radiator off the side of the road.
yeah, exactly.
And so he goes, "Do you care if we pick it up tomorrow?" And I said, "You work in the business, man. And I work in the business in a different facet, but we both work in the business. You and I both know the longer it sits there, the less car that's going to be there when it's all said and done. So if you want to dick around for 2 days," and I'm using these words now, "if you want to dick around for 2 days and let the tweakers pilfer it and drain it drain all the fluid out of it and rip the seats out of it and, hump dogs in the back,
Yeah.
that's all on you now because it's not
Yep.
my car."
Yep.
So no, he goes, "Okay, well, we're probably gonna pick it up tomorrow." I was like, "Sweet," because clearly he has heard that same show before because he didn't even stutter when he was
And
talking
this
to me.
guy's
And I'm
just
talking
driving a
about
truck. He doesn't give a shit either.
he
Another
doesn't give a
busted
shit.
down vehicle.
It's just another busted down vehicle that he's gonna get paid for guaranteed money, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna stiff him because it's insurance. So next day, no word from anybody.
So this is the second day, right? After the accident.
So I wreck Sunday, Tuesday morning, Tuesday morning now, I still don't know where my car is.
Jesus Christ.
So they tell me on the previous day that they want that the insurance has decided my car is going to go to Eugene, and Eugene is not close to us
Right.
at all.
Right.
Like, and the car actually wrecked probably closer to where we live than Eugene. But that's where they want it to go. Not my problem. If they want to pay for some ding dong to drive that thing across the mountains, have at it.
Because you're like 100 miles away from Eugene at this point, right?
At least.
Jesus. All right.
Yeah, so they decided they wanted to go to Eugene. Why? I don't know. Probably because it's a Subaru and it's a valley full of Democratic hippies. But I call them and I'm like, hey guys, where's my Subaru? I just want to know where it's at. If it's still on the side of the road, cool. I just want to know where it's at. And the guy goes, this is the tow truck company that I'm talking to. And he goes, your order got canceled yesterday. We didn't pick it up.
Excuse me, beg your pardon?
Yeah, I was like, but I talked to you on the phone. He goes, I know, it was really weird. We got this order. We got it all ironed out with you. And then they sent us to cancel.
What? What is Again, fuck these insurance companies. What is going on now?
So now I call the hippies over in Eugene, where they're responsible for transporting this car, in taking possession of this car. And I said, where in the hell's my car? And she's like, we have it. And I said, what? How? Like, did you send out like a search party for it? Like, what the fuck? Like, how do you have it? And she goes, and then she goes, hold on a second. And then I can hear.
Yeah, she's enhancing on the computer.
She's enhancing, right?
Enhance. Yeah.
And she goes, oh, I remember this one. And I was like, wasn't that memorable? No one died in it. So, like that's my thought. It's just like, it's a fucking deer. It's front smashed in. And she goes, it was really weird. We dispatched the company you talked to, and it showed up from another company.
So okay. So is there like 3 tow companies involved now?
There's at least 2, possibly 3, because I don't know who actually. It could be 3 because I don't know who actually dropped it off. So there's the one I got the text message for, the one I got the phone call from, and now either A or C has brought it to them. I don't know which one.
But so A or C brought it in, but B has it.
No, D has it.
What the fuck is D?
I don't know.
D's nuts.
D doesn't own a tow truck, but but D is just the people who are gonna hold this thing for me, I guess.
Wait, so do they physically take the car from the customer and give it to the tow yard?
Fax machine does that.
Oh, so they must physically drive the trucks then?
No, it's a different company. No.
Oh. So, what would you say you do here?
Exactly. That is exactly what we're talking about right now. So she goes, yeah, it was weird. It came in on a whole nother truck. I was like, fucking cool, I guess. So it's there. She goes, I'm like, are you sure it's mine? Yep, it's yours. Okay. So that is the story. That is the 2-day saga of how my car got picked up off the side of the highway.
Good Lord. What a mess.
It was a fucking mess. And then, so I go to get a fucking, they're like, well, you pay us a whole lot of money. We're going to give you a rental car. I was like, sick.
Yeah.
So I call them and
there's cool.
Right. I was like, something really cool, right? Like, hook me up. And so, but there's only one company where they direct to bill. So there's only one rental agency where they will say that agency will actually bill the insurance company directly.
Of course.
The rest of them, I have to cough up the hundreds of dollars and then get reimbursed. Well, I'm not that. It's not that important. It's cool, but it's not that important. I don't want me to exchange money. That's too much.
Right.
So I call them up and I say, and so they get me a reservation. They said, here's your reservation number. Call them. The rental place will call you in an hour to confirm this. 4 hours later, no one calls.
Later.
No one calls.
Oh
So
my
I call and I'm like, hey, this is me, and this is, you know, part of an alphabet of a reservation number that with only letters. It was weird. They're like, here's your reservation number, but it's only letters. Like, no joke, that's how they delivered it to me.
God.
I'm like, I so
Okay.
couldn't you just call it like a confirmation code? I mean, a code sound, yeah. Anyway, it's a semantics, but would you shut up? She can't hear
I
me, can she?
never know what she's doing.
Pretty sure spit hit you in the back of the head.
Yeah, it's my wife sneezing in the background. I can't hear her either because I got the old earbuds in, so I have no idea what the fuck she's saying.
I'm pretty sure I heard fuck off.
That sounds about right.
So anyway, so I call them up and I'm like, I have letters for you. And they're like, cool, we don't have a car. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have a car? That's like literally your business. They don't have a car. And I was like, all right. And
Do
she
you
goes,
have bicycles? Do you have any mode of transportation whatsoever?
I mean, at this point, I'd take a fucking yak. Like, just get me something that moves, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so, you know, it's like, well, do you want to drive me home and pick me up for work? Because that's literally, I'm okay with that at this point. Just make sure there's coffee. So she's like, well, we're supposed to get a car that returns a little later. And I was like, all right. I said, should I call you back? Should I call you back? And she goes, yeah, like around 4. And I was like, I could do that.
What's going on over on your side?
Cat noise. I don't know if you can
fucking
hear any
distractions today. Jesus.
There is a small cat with her arms completely underneath the oven right now. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I call back at 4:00. We did not receive any cars back today. Okay. And I said,
this
all
is
right,
your business, right?
This is your business. Your
Okay.
entire business is loaning people vehicles. Like, you have literally no other job. Like, that's it. Like, you don't like crochet coasters on the side. Like, your entire business.
The fuck do you do all day? If you don't have any cars on the lot and people aren't bringing cars in, the fuck do you do all day?
I have no idea. So this is
wondering
4:00.
about that.
This is 4:00 Monday. No cars. I was like, all right, well, I'll be all right tonight. Tuesday, I call, and I think I called like around 2:30, and I said, hey, what's it looking like for cars today? And the response I got was, we're at the mercy of whether or not people return them.
I beg your pardon? Now,
What?
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you rent a vehicle, isn't there like a due date on your paperwork? Like, must return no later than 5 p.m. or you start getting charged these rates?
Yes, there is.
Okay, just checking. Just
But-
checking.
and that
sure things haven't changed.
I'm glad that you're going there, because this is going to come back around. So keep that thought in mind. It's going to come back around.
I dig it.
So we're at the mercy of whether or not anybody returns their rental vehicles. So I was like, all right. So I go in today because I have to drive right past there. And I was like, and I was feeling less cranky today than the previous days of the week. And I thought, I'll just stop in. But now I'm in uniform, which is a little bit intimidating for some people. Because I've got radio, I've got a badge.
Ooh,
like, people don't know what to do with
Listen
me,
to
right?
you. Yeah.
I
Paul
know.
Blart.
Yeah, that's exactly what I am. Anyway, so minus the cool, what do they call those?
Segways.
Segway? I
Yeah.
don't get a Segway. I would be sick
that's
if I did.
retarded.
I know. So I stop in and I'm in my uniform because sometimes people pay attention to that. And I said, hey, this is my name, and I'm just stopping by. No rush. I'm just stopping by to see if you have a car for me, or you're planning on having one. And she goes, we still don't have one. And I'm like,
You mean you don't have one? Not we. There's no we in this bullshit.
yeah. Mind you,
Fuck off.
now I'm in person. There are 2 people employed in this office.
Again, what do you do all day when you have 0 cars in and 0 cars out?
There are two people employed in this office. What are they there for? What are they there for?
I guess to make sure that cars aren't coming back.
Apparently, or yeah, I guess. Um, they're there just in case. They don't. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes. So I say, okay, well, I guess we'll try again tomorrow. And she goes, you know what? Let's find you a car. Fuck yeah!
What? Wait.
Let's do
Don't
your
fucking
job.
tease me. Yeah, don't fucking tease me like this. Don't say you can find me a car and not find me a car.
Right. So then she goes, then she kind of like eyeballs around my head and she's doing a lookie. And like, let me put it in perspective. This woman's like probably 350.
Oh, she big girl.
And she's got her shirt's bedazzled.
Oh,
so
very sexy.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, colored hair, short, long. What is it?
It's colored, short, but very straight cut all the way around. It's like the longest bowl cut I've ever seen in my entire life. And
that's hot.
And she has the office decorated.
Of course she does, because she's
in like luau stuff.
Oh yeah, she's just being fun, a little sexy. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I don't know what her name was, but I want to call her Barb.
Barb.
Like she just felt like like Barb, you know?
Yeah, tree fitty. Yeah, that's a Barb for sure.
Tree fitty Barb.
Yeah.
So Barb kind of looks around me at these behind me at the windows back there, and she goes, "You know what? I think that Jeep is available." And I was like,
"Again, what do you do here?"
But I know as a fact that my insurance will only pay for a small economy car.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We're not looking at a small economy car.
Yeah, because we've already figured out how wonderful your insurance company is and how well they handle the case. So this Jeep upgrade thing is probably going to be a fucking headache.
Sounds fishy, right? Yeah. And I said, I like lamb and tuna fish at this point,
lamb and tuna
right?
Fish, like spaghetti and meatball.
And I said, I don't think my insurance covers a car like that. I think it covers a lesser vehicle. And she goes, we'll make sure it does. And I went, oh, okay. Look at you go.
Yeah, Barb. Throwing your weight around. No pun intended.
And then, right? And then, but then, the second thought that came in my head, and I said this out loud to her, was, I'm not taking the vehicle of someone else who's waiting for a vehicle, am I?
Now you're just being a good citizen. Fuck that person. They should have been standing in the lobby.
And that she basically shrugged her bedazzled shoulders at me and was like, they're not here.
Fuck them. So I like Barb's attitude. I think I'm going to go slip a business card to Barb with my personal number on it. Big girls need loving too.
So
yeah, we get a little luau going, roast a pig, not her, but one of her children or something. I don't know.
Joke, while she's filling out my paperwork, a mother and a daughter come in and they go, we were in here Monday and we were told you could find us a car.
Oh, fucking Barb is working magic behind that desk. I love Barb. Oh, she's fucking great. She's sold this line to everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah, there's no fucking cars there, but she's gonna find you one. She's gonna find you one.
And like part of me wanted to be that nice person, like when when you're sitting around waiting for your airplane and they're like, if anybody's willing to bump to the next flight, like, can you please come up and we'll give you vouchers for Skittles or whatever the fuck they do.
Yeah, exactly.
Part of me was like, should I? Because this is the thing. I drove to work in a vehicle and it was not a good vehicle. But I drove to work in a vehicle that I borrowed from a friend. Ah,
okay. And I was going to wonder where that vehicle came from. Like, did Barb hook you up with this?
No.
Okay.
No, just a friend had, just a broken down, rusted out shitbox in their driveway. And they said, nobody's driving this. You want to? My dad says it's fun. And I was like, sign me up. Fuck it.
Yeah,
It-
I love fun vehicles.
Fun is not exactly what I would call it. I don't think that the driver's seat is supposed to move more than a mechanical bull while you're going down the road.
That's the fun part. See, you have a very closed mind on this whole situation. I'm kind of upset how pessimistic you are in this whole scenario. This is a good deal, and
I think it
Barb's hooking
started.
you up.
I'm not gonna lie. I think my pessimism started out with my face hitting an airbag. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie. I feel like it knocked me stupid.
now, yeah, now you're being snooty. You're being snooty. Yeah.
So Barb finds me a car, and then while these people are like, we've been waiting since Monday, which I have too, and I actually have another car that I could be driving, and I could go, hey Barb, why don't you just give this to them? I'll take the next flight. You give me a voucher. Instead of doing that, I just shut my fucking mouth and took my car.
No, 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 no. Why didn't you like ride share or something? Be like, you know what? Let's split this bad boy. You get in the mornings, I get in the afternoons.
You drop me off at work. You do all your tra line, and then meet me back at 5:30.
No, no. See, you're way too stinking nice. Because had I seen those people walk in, I would have just been like, suckers. And I would have
No,
been signing away on that paperwork. Just, yep, that's my vehicle. Barb, let's go check it out for scratches and dents and make sure that there's fuel in it. All right. And then I would have seen them waiting in the lobby, laughing my ass off the whole time. I would have started it up, rolled all the windows down, cranked some AC/DC, and I would have fucking peeled out of that parking lot.
I did a far twattier thing, which was
Ooh.
which was to take the car, walk around the car with Barb, point out the scuffs on the rear bumper,
Uh-huh.
and then hit the button to lock the doors and drove away in my company car.
I just left it sitting there with no keys, all locked up.
I just
Like,
left it
what
fucking
you gonna do now, Barb? What you gonna do now?
be a real bitch if nobody moved this.
Yeah, you thought you were the president and CEO of the rental car business, Barb. Let's see you work your magic on this one.
So I did. I went back to work, and then after work I walked the 5 blocks to go pick up my car, of which the keys were in my pocket, and here we are.
Good for you. I fucking love it. Oh, I was like, you fucking good Samaritan. Like, hand the keys to the mother and child. You need this more than I do. I'm doing a civic duty here, letting Barb, pushing Barb to the side. I got this, Barb. I got this under control. And you did the best move that you could have ever done, which was take the vehicle, but then leave it in their parking lot. Fuck them. That's what you get for not getting me a car on Monday. Cocksuckers. You go eat a dick. Yeah, fuck you and your fucking bedazzled shirt, Barb. Hope you choke on a cow dick. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, so that's how it went down. So my thoughts of helping my fellow man were quickly set on fire.
I just picture like it's dark and gloomy out. It's snowing. This mother and her child are cold outside. The kid's got holes in his pants and shit. And they just need a warm vehicle to drive around in. And then you just hear the fucking click of the locks, click, and then little horn beep beep. Just to let you know that it's nice and tight and locked. And then you fucking peel out of there in a company car. Oh, go eat shit, Barb. That's what you get. Yeah. What are you gonna do now? What fucking vehicle you gonna pull out of your ass this time? Of course, you probably sat on the Honda Civic. That's why you 350 over there. Stuck between your butt cheeks, you fat bitch.
Oh my god. So that's what's happened to me the last 2 days.
What? Harsh, fuck Barb. She did that to herself. Yeah, she's all, it's a bit harsh, don't you think? Oh, fuck Barb. She did that whole thing to herself.
She did it to herself, and she
been
had me
selling
going
that line all week. Come down here, I'll work something up for you. knowing full well she had
There ain't nothing to
one
work.
single car left. But she probably told that to 10 people. Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
you know what? Not my problem.
Oh, that's fucking great. Yeah, eat shit, Barb.
So yeah, if you need any advice on how to deal with rental car companies or insurance, I'm a pro now.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Customer number one. 5-star rating all around.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Barb.
Yeah. What you should have done, or what you could have done. Although what you did is pretty fucking epic, but what you could have done is open the door of that car, right, and pop your little Uber sign in the windshield, and then gone inside and be like, "Hey, anybody looking for a ride?" And then charged them to leave the rental car business in the rental that they should have had. He's shit. That's $20. You guys suck.
That would have been funny. That would have been funny.
Gold.
Oh my gosh. Or so my kid has a personal care worker who comes and gets him every day after school, and they go hang out, do man stuff. I don't know what they do, but anyway, he's an Uber driver.
Oh,
I should have called him up while I was waiting for Barb and be like, "I got a job for you," and then had
Rocco,
a third.
I got one for you.
Had a third car come into the parking lot, and Barb's going, "What's that?" I'll be like, "It's their Uber.
It's their
Get your
Uber.
shit together. Either get a car for him, Barb, or they're out of here."
It's my store now, Barb. Move over.
See, but this is the thing. I thought, so this is a major chain that we're talking about. This isn't. This isn't like Uncle Sam who collects stolen Honda Civics, you know what I mean, or like goes to the police auctions. This is a reputable company who's a nationwide chain. I thought that they their other job was outside of renting and receiving vehicles was to source vehicles when they didn't have any.
See, that's what I'm saying. If there's no cars coming in, and I keep repeating myself, and there's no cars coming out, or going out rather, isn't your job at the rental car store to source some vehicles that aren't being used from other lots and be like, it won't be here today, but I guarantee you it'll be here tomorrow?
Wouldn't that be it? So
I think that's it.
I have rented from I believe it's the same chain in other locations, and when I have not been able to get a car, they've said, "We are bringing one from this other place for you. It will be here tomorrow."
Right.
Like, and so I just thought when you didn't have enough cars to rent cars, you just got more cars. Like kind of how U-Haul does, right? Like U-Haul, you just go get one where it is. Apparently they're not run by the same company.
I'm still laughing at the fucking locked up rental that she can't give out. That was fucking great.
Sitting on her lot.
Just sitting on her lot. Didn't even budge. Didn't even start it up. Don't even care if it starts at this point.
Didn't even know if it starts. Barb told me it had a full tank of gas, and that's all I cared about.
Sweet. Yeah. Don't care. Not gonna need it. Click.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's fucking great.
So yeah.
Oh man.
I was myself today. So.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I don't know if I've been that dickish to somebody in a while, but you've motivated me. I gotta find somebody to fuck with now.
You know, and it's just little things like that where it's like, you don't know if everybody in the room caught what was happening, but you sure hope they fucking did.
Oh yeah, especially when they see your taillights from your company vehicle drive away, and but is she gonna take the? Oh, uh-huh.
Well, and it dawns on me that I asked my supervisor a couple weeks ago if we were going to continue to keep my vehicle because I have one of the shittiest vehicles in the entire company. Mm-hmm. And there has been talks about replacing it because it is a shitty vehicle. And I said, hey man, like I need some tires on this thing, or are we selling it? Like I don't
Right.
want to go spend, $1,200 on this vehicle because it's worth 400
Right.
if we're just going to send it to auction. So tell me what the plan is. And so I got the okay to buy tires, and then I
Just
promptly
kidding.
didn't. So as I was peeling out of the rental car agency in my company car with my bald ass tires, I kind of thought, I don't want to wait for all those cars. So I went to go squeak out into traffic, and all it did was burn rubber. So they got to listen to my tires squeal as I was pulling out in my company car. Hopefully I didn't spray my rental with rocks on the way out.
Don't care, leaving it there anyways.
Doesn't matter, it's a rental.
Oh, man.
So yeah. That's what happened to me today.
Good effort. Good effort. That's wonderful. Oh, fuck.
So yeah.
Well, yeah. On that note, should we wrap this bad boy up? Would you have something else?
I have actually two very quick things.
Oh.
One of them's a voicemail.
Oh, you're bringing us gold again.
I am.
And I failed. I was gonna bring one. I'll bring it next time. I keep saying that. That's how I.
You say that every time. Are you sharing? This is
What's this?
I dare you to read it.
Please, no E on please. Please call me. Again, missing the E. I've got the big bulk of it done. DUN. But I weed or need. It looks like
it's gonna be need, but it looks like weed.
More time to Finch. This is a struggle. I work mobile jobs, so free time is scars. Is this real? What the fuck is this?
This is real. This is a real note left at the front desk today. Work, spelled WEARK. Mobile. You got it right. I was shocked. I did not get this right. I had to have it read to me. Mobile. MOLEBL.
What, is it mobile or is it multiple?
That was the question I asked. It is actually mobile. Traveling around.
I work but spelled like twerk. I work mobile. Okay, mobile jobs.
Uh-huh.
So free time, which is with a capital I at the beginning of it, is scars with a K. Because you're fucking badass.
Well, I think it's supposed to be scarce. I think that word is scarce.
It says scars.
It does. It says scars with a K, but I think it's supposed to be scarce. And notice
the DUN done.
The most common missing letter in this whole thing is E. Please.
Yeah. Please is missing an E. The big
done.
Done is missing an E.
More.
Where the fuck is more?
There it is. Time.
Mar time. It says Mar time. It's MAR because you can fucking write an O.
That's more. Yeah. I want to talk to this person in person.
Do you have a voicemail?
I wish. No, not of this guy. Not of this guy.
It.
Yeah,
I know, right? You gotta leave him a message. Be like, leave me a voicemail. I'll get back to you. We gotta hear this one.
No, that one was solid. But anyway, I just wanted to share that guy with you.
That's wonderful.
That was a good one.
What treat do you have for us here now? I see you teeing up another voicemail.
I did. So there's two voicemails. There's one right in front of the other. They were 10 minutes apart.
Okay.
I did not have time to respond between the two of them because they were 10 minutes apart.
Because they were 10 minutes apart. So it's like I called, I left a message. 10 minutes later, I called and left a message.
Correct. And and both of these messages were left between the hours of 12 and 1. Not that I take a lunch.
AM?
PM.
PM. Okay.
Not that I actually take a lunch, but if you want to talk to somebody, why do you call between 12 and 1?
I don't know. I mean, some people just don't pay attention to time. But
I
yeah,
I
no.
purposely call on lunch breaks so I get to leave a voicemail because I don't
Yeah,
want to
because you
talk
don't
to
want
you.
to talk to people. Fuck
No,
those
no, no,
people.
no, 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 no. I'll call you on your lunch break because I want to leave you a voicemail on purpose. I do that a lot.
Yeah,
Because I just want to leave you a tidbit of information, but I don't want to talk to you at all.
exactly.
Okay, so,
Okay.
um, you know when people complain and you
Yes.
have nothing to do with it, but they treat you like it's all your fault.
Ooh. I don't know if I've been in one of these situations lately, but yes, I know exactly what you're
You know what
talking
I
about.
mean? Like that, where
Yeah,
it's
like they're
like
looking at you, blaming you for their problems when you had absolutely nothing to do with it in the
absolutely
first
nothing
place.
to do with it. And while it is, you also have nothing to do with it. They are the point of the phone call was to point out that we have a problem and you want me to fix it.
Right, because you can't be an adult and take care of your own shit. You got to
No,
call
so you
me
want me
to
to
fix your problem. Yeah,
fix it, but you're gonna still talk to me
yep.
like it's my fault. And
Frustrating.
so this email, or excuse me, this voicemail, and then the subsequent one really aren't that great. But I got so angry. I'm full of anger right now. I got so angry and irritated with the tone of the voice.
Oh, I love the tone. Yeah,
It's the tone. It's the
let's hear it.
tone. So we've got a near minute long first one, and then we've got a short just kidding
Perfect.
after that.
Yeah. Oh, it's just kidding. Oh, you teased us. All right.
I did. I
Yeah,
did.
play that
Okay.
first bad boy.
Here we go. Make sure
All right.
that you tell me to pause if you need to be angry.
I'm already angry. I have no audio. Did you share your audio?
Oh, probably not. You know I'm an
Ah, you're
idiot.
such a ding dong. God, how many times have we got to go through this
Why
and
do
then you
I
still fuck it up?
why do I have to
You have to
why do I
select.
have to why do I have to click this?
Ah, I don't
I'm
know. It's a
just I don't
computer.
know. I'm
Okay,
okay. Are we back?
we're back. We're live,
Okay.
coming back.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Here we go.
and
Oh,
left it.
Oh
fuck
wait,
you.
now we're in the middle of the message.
I
What's wrong with
know.
you? Is
I
this your
don't know
first
what's
day?
that. Yeah, eh. I
Okay.
hit an airbag. Give me a break. Okay, here we go. Let me see here.
Aha.
There we go.
Hello, my name's. I pastor the church on the corner of the White Church. Somebody brought a car in there last night, yesterday evening, sometime. Took
When was
the
it?
wheels off of it.
When was
he,
it?
he doesn't know. He doesn't fucking know.
Last. Okay.
Yesterday evening, sometime. Took the wheels off of it and left it sitting there in the alley, right behind the church. That's our parking area. My number is 541-80. So, I don't know who it is. I know nothing. It just showed up, and they took the wheels off. Thank you very much. Bye.
I hate it. I hate it.
I told you you'd get mad. Like, it's not even a good voicemail, but he's just. Someone took
It's
the
our
wheels off?
parking. I don't know anything. At least he admitted he's a dumbass and doesn't know anything.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah,
The tone.
no.
You see what I'm
Fuck.
saying?
Yeah, and
Like I took it there and did that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know who did this. I don't know when they dropped it off. I don't know who took the wheels. I really don't know anything. But now it's your problem because I've called you.
It all made me very angry.
Oh, fuck off. Okay, so
Okay.
this is 10 minutes later,
This is 10 minutes later.
and
Okay,
this
here we
is
go.
same guy.
Same guy, 10 minutes
Okay.
later. Like, no joke. I checked the times because I was like, when did he call me? Because I was busy all day long, and literally 10 minutes went by.
Yeah.
Hello, this is just called you about the car in the alley. Cancel that. Somebody come and got the car, so we're in good shape. Thank you very much.
Shank you very much.
Good shape. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Did I hear some Chinese in there? And I'm not hating on our Asian friends. I love the Asians, right? But thank you very much.
So
Can I hear that one
this
more time? It's got it.
this
I'm gonna
the
turn. I'm
shank
gonna
you.
turn it up. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it up for the people here. Yeah.
We're in good shape. Thank you very much.
Oh
Goodbye.
yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's definitely a thank you very much. Oh, oh yeah. Can
I don't. So this is the thing. I think this is about the whitest person I've ever met, who just shanked you very much. And
can I please have that audio clip? Because I would like to end every episode with thank you very much.
done. It's coming straight to you. It's coming straight to you.
Oh,
So
oh man.
this person calls to complain regularly. I didn't dig up all the older ones, but he calls to complain and leaves a phone number, which I have edited out of this, but he never picks up the phone and there's no voicemail set up. So had he picked up the phone earlier in the day, he would have known that my fucking ass was the one who sent the tow truck to go get the piece of shit.
But how did you send it in the 10-minute time period? Like, what are you, fucking Nostradamus? You predicted this? What was this?
Well, this is the thing. I don't think he went to. That car was. I had a meeting. Well, no, what do I have today? I had court today at 10 a.m. My tow truck driver was going to pick it up at 10 a.m. He didn't call me until 12, which means he called me. He called me from not the location to complain about the fact that the car was there.
I have to listen to that last message one more time. The whole message. Just the
whole
last
thing?
one. The second voicemail. I gotta.
Hello, this is just called you about the car in the alley. Cancel that. Somebody come and got the car, so we're in good shape. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Oh man, good shape. Thank you very much. oh my god, that's fucking great.
Yeah. So this thing got towed about 10 o'clock this morning. He didn't call me the first time until noon, and then called me 10 minutes later to say it was gone. It's like,
please do me a favor and use that on him the next time you talk to him in person. When you're getting ready to hang up the phone, just say thank you very much. But you don't have to even put the accent on it. Just say thank you very much and see if he picks up on it. Because I guarantee you, he does that to everybody, and it's fucking gold.
oh my gosh. So, see, there wasn't a whole lot in these, but it was the attitude behind them.
Oh yeah, the first one was very cunty. That was a very
man.
cunty message. Yeah. I don't know who dropped it off, who took the wheels off, why it's here. I don't know anything, but it's your problem now, buddy.
So in the state of Oregon, just as a little bit of background, the state of Oregon, and I think maybe we've mentioned this before, if a vehicle gets dropped off on private property, it is now your problem.
Exactly.
It's your problem.
It's not a public problem.
It is not. You get to pay to take care of it. You get to pay to get rid of it. It is. It's your parking lot. This is all you. If you don't like it, tough titty, call the tow truck. It's going to cost you $500 or $600. This particular vehicle I recognized because I went past its original location this morning and it was not there because it was on my tow list. And then I thought, oh, I should go check and see what they're griping about over at the church, and found it in their parking lot. And if I was a huge mega twat, I would have been like, your problem now. And
deuces.
Yeah, deuces. But I was very kind because it's a small church in our community.
Yeah, I know.
I decided to do them a solid because most of the time I don't. But it was just this far enough into the alley that I could say that it was like 12% on public property.
I've heard this joke before. So what was the twat move that you actually did instead of towing it off of there?
No, that one I did not. That was the real thing. That was giving up my seat on the plane. I did it.
Oh, you did it.
Which is probably
All
why.
right.
Probably by the time we got to Barb, I didn't have that left in me.
Yeah, although Barb was after the fact, now it makes sense. Okay, you
Barb
did
was
your
at the-
good deed for the day. You helped
Yep.
the church folks out. They got their parking lot free and clear.
And then
Yeah.
and then 4 hours later, I meet Barb.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I was out of bucks at that point. I had nothing left.
Well, that was amazing. Good work. We should probably wrap this bad boy up. Get this
Yep.
out to Jose so he can listen to it tomorrow.
And so Bob can watch it on YouTube.
And so Bob can watch it. So Jose and
Mhm.
Bob, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And just so we can sign off, can we get one more? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. That's it. That's our sign off. We got it.
Okay. Yeah, you're
All
getting
right.
the audio file. This is going to be a
Awesome.
part of it.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'll see you for our next episode.
Peace out.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.